introducing myself. My name's Sizemore.
Jessica Harvard.
Nice to meet you. Adam Sizemore.
Susie Miller.
Nice to meet you. Adam Sizemore. Nice to meet you.
I'm Kim Smith.
Nice to meet you.
Kathy, I met you before.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Alright, so this is my PowerPoint presentation. It's named The Key to Happiness. In my eyes, it's success. The past year I've been going to Fruit Monument High School, and this is pretty much just telling you about what I've learned in my past life and just my struggles through life. So, on this top right picture you see here, it's my two other brothers. I only have two brothers and one sister. We're golfing, and that is taken at Utah. This is my nephew Jackson. He is that brother's son. On the top left, that's where my brother is graduating from BYU, or no, he was getting his master's for accounting. And then on the bottom left, that's where he just graduated from BYU and got his bachelor's from BYU. Alright, so my lifestyle. I was born in Boulder, Colorado on June 14th, 1994. Two brothers and one sister. Like I said, I have a brother that graduated went to BYU college, got his bachelor's, and then went on and got his master's in accounting. Another brother, he dropped out of high school. He got his GED instead. So, and then I have a sister, and she went to BYU for a little bit, and she dropped out of college. My parents split at the age 9, so they've been, I don't know, kind of out of the picture in a way, but going back and forth for 8 years. I lived in Utah for like around 2 years, and then Colorado for pretty much the rest of my life, so around like 15 years. These are some of the interests that I have: paintballing, snowboarding, music, biking, and dirt biking. Some music that I listen to is like hip-hop, punk rock, just rock, or alternative rock, anything like that. I don't know, it just depends on my mood that day. I like to snowboard. I guess I put Dynasty on the far left for paintballing because that is my favorite paintballing team, and I knew it was kind of illegal to put up a gun for there, so. And then on my free time I like to ride bikes, BMX bikes, just ride with my friends or something, ride the streets, go to dirt jumps. But those are my interests that I have. This is the road I've been down. 1st through 6th grade I was doing great in school. I was going to school pretty much every day. I had perfect attendance. I was getting good grades. Had a lot of friends. Then came middle school, 7th through 10th. First semester I rarely went to school. When I didn't work. I would just probably sleep during the day or whatever. I just wouldn't do anything because I was just lazy. And then 10th, 2nd semester, I started going to McLean High School. It's an alternative high school down in like Lakewood, Green Mountain area, kind of by Denver. I started getting my act together by going there. I knew it was what I needed to graduate. I knew that I had to get my credits. I had to go to school and do whatever I could to graduate. Then we moved up to Grand Junction. I didn't go to school until the end of 1st semester. This is when I started KPP. Then going on to 2nd semester of 11th and starting 12th, I decided to get my act together. I knew what needed to be done to graduate, so I decided to just bust it out real quick and do what I could, the best I could at least. But academic history and progress. Pre-KPP, as you can see, I didn't really have a good GPA at all. Like I said, I wasn't really going to school. Barely got any credits, 4.3. Proficiency in CSAP was reading and writing, so not too much there. But now KPP, my GPA was 2.5, counting out classes and KPP online. But not counting online, it's just I got a 3.0 flat for GPA. I got 3 credits while in KPP so far, and my proficiencies are all 9 work keys tests. Overall, my GPA is around 1. My credits are around 8, and my proficiency for CSAP is reading and writing and all 9 word keys tests. Here's the word keys test from reading to business writing. The only one I had to take twice was the applied math. All the other ones I only had to take at the first time. I scored proficient or above on applied math and observation and business writing. So why I chose KPP? When I was told about KPP, I pretty much knew right away that it was exactly what I needed to graduate. And I knew if I wasn't going to graduate, then my whole future would just be a tragedy. So by knowing that KPP was my successful way to go through life, to be able to graduate and just start my own life by being responsible and becoming an individual at the same time, I learned through my life or through the years that I've been in KPP, just how to live my future, what I want to become in my future, because before I even came to KPP, I didn't even have a profession I wanted to take up or anything like that. But looking on the right here, starting at portfolio sections at the top, going to classes or projects, then to essays and artifacts, then to key train and work keys, and then reflection, and then it's back to portfolio section. So when you look at a spring, it just keeps spiraling down pretty much. And this is exactly the same thing. If you're starting here, you're just spiraling down, and it just keeps repeating itself over and over and over. But going on to the next slide, so why the KPP road? As you can see in elementary, I was doing pretty good, going to school like I said. Depression was pretty high. Around this time, I had a cousin who had a 10% chance of living after a car accident. So I was pretty much she was a close cousin to me, and great family member. I had a lot of friends in elementary school. I was pretty much, everybody loved me. Didn't really get on anybody's bad side. I had a pretty good family. We'd have Thanksgiving together and have those kind of dinners or those kind of little get-togethers. But going on to middle school, my learning dropped quite a bit. Like I said, I wouldn't go to school or anything. Wouldn't even care for it. Didn't think it was worth my time. Depression is still the same. Around this time, I had a friend that died in a car accident too. So she was one of my best friends. Her name was Morgan Buckley. I don't know, it's just the driver fell asleep, but anyways. In middle school again, my friends weren't too bad. Like I was saying, I could stick to whatever group I wanted. I could be with, say, the jocks or the skaters or whoever you want to look at differently or however you want to call them. My family wasn't doing too good. We were kind of going downhill. My parents were split up. Just everything was seeming to break apart at the time. So then going to high school, pretty much since I didn't learn anything in middle school, I didn't know anything for high school. So I would go to high school, but they pretty much expect me to know it, and I didn't know anything, so I wouldn't learn anything. I wouldn't even try to do anything new or anything. Just, just look into anything to learn at all. Depression was still kind of there, not really. It was going down a bit. I mean, didn't have too much stuff to stress about because I wasn't going to school at all. But my friends were great. I had a lot of friends, and I think that's one reason why I didn't go to school a lot too, because they have a big impact on if you do go to school or if you don't, and what school you go to. Family was still going downhill. Mom and Dad were always in fights just because they're divorced. They're trying to get child support and everything like that. But going on to KPP, this is around when me and my mom moved to Grand Junction, and my learning shot up dramatically, as you can see, from being around a 3 to a 9 to 10, by just being able to have a small classroom and have a teacher that is able to understand how you feel and what you're feeling that day. It just makes it a lot easier to learn that way. My depression completely shot down because I knew I was able to graduate. I knew I was able to have a successful future by graduating and hopefully going to college. My family, I have a lot of family here in Grand Junction, but it's pretty much all girls. So I have all these aunts up here, and I'm pretty much the only guy. Me in school. Dislikes and struggles, likes and triumphs. Getting into class, if I was tardy, I wouldn't go at all. I just said it's not worth it. If my homework wasn't done, I wouldn't go at all either. So when they have you go to school for 7 hours a day, and they give you like homework for each class that you are in that day, say you have blocks or say you have just periods, so I mean 6 or 4, I don't know how many classes, but you have homework for each class. I just thought it was just a waste of time, you know. But friends, peer pressure, there's a lot of peer pressure with friends. When growing up, that's pretty much, you know, that's who you grow up to be, is who friends you're with and like who you're growing up around. But like I said, homework, it was just way too much on me. I just wouldn't really bother on it at all. And then the teachers would play favorites or hold grudges, or just wouldn't, you know, like if you needed help, they wouldn't even care. They wouldn't even bother helping you because they already taught it once already. So they're not going to sit there and help you on one thing unless you come after school, but then again, you have all this homework already after school. So that's just a lot of work just piling up and just keep piling. Likes and triumphs. Learning. More knowledge equals a better life. The more knowledge you have in this life and the more skills you're able to, you know, have, or a better profession, you're able to become more wealthier, pretty much happier in life, because you're able to live how you want to live, you're able to do what you want to do in this life. Friends, you have a social life and similar interests, so say you guys want to go play football at lunch or something, you guys can go play football at lunch because you guys like football or something. Just, I don't know, that's just something I like about school. But an activity, sports, and like say video games or any kind of game, you know, just something active, just something a guy would like, I guess. Smaller classes, like I was telling you earlier, you can get help easier. You can just talk to the teacher like open-hearted because you know her so well or you know him so well. But going on to the next slide, career in business math, I got a B. I made a business. It's called the Shoe Crew. Here's some products that I made. And here you see there's just different countries. But if you look right here, $1 equals around 1,150 South Korean wons. So if I were to take that business and put it in South Korea, I would be